Hello everyone, this is Easy from mslumiablog.com, and this is a quick in-depth look at the new Windows 10 Mobile build 180 that just got released on Windows 10 Mobile. So I just installed the latest 180 technical build for Windows 10 Mobile. As you're familiar, Microsoft has officially named the operating system Windows 10 Mobile. First off, right off the bat, you can see they have enabled the transparency tiles, live tiles on the start screen. And you also have the option to use the traditional Windows Phone 8.1 in tile background. Show you in a bit. As you can see here, you can just slide down, go into settings here, go to personalization, start. As you see, you can choose between a full image in the background, or you can use the in tile. So I'm going to choose the in tile here. There's actually the option to use neither. You can go with none. Show you the difference right here. If I go back to the start screen, so as you can see, your image is now traditionally as it is on Windows Phone 8.1. There are users who prefer this way of customization, and for those who requested the full background, you have that option. If I go back to settings here, as you can see, uh, you have the option. You can actually change the transparency of your tile. You can go really light, or you can make it really opaque right there. So the effect, you see the effect in a minute. So you can see it makes it really darker. So it's up to you what you want to go for. That's increased the level of customization, and it's a big kudos to Microsoft for making that possible, listening to the insiders and implementing that feature. So I'm just going to go back here and make it lighter again, right there. So that is the first thing you want to do. Obviously, you notice the image is kind of cropped to the side. That's a bug. To fix this, you have to re-implement that image and it goes full screen. Once in a while, you will see this changes where the bug makes the image go 1/3, 2/3 of your screen. But not to worry, the fix is just to reuse that image in your background from settings, and it should go full screen. I'll show you in a bit. Personalization, start. And there's the image. And go back to the starts, and there it is. It's back to full screen. So that's a bug with Windows 10. Again, it is a technical preview. I'm going to be saying that a lot in this video, so just take note of that. There are a lot of universal apps that were introduced for the first time with this new build. For instance, you have your contact support. That actually is coming soon, so it's not yet available. It takes a while to get. There you go. It says coming soon. So I'm gonna go back. A really interesting application you might want to check out is the Get Started. Has a nice video on how to get started with Windows 10. See if I can get that video real quick. But here you have nice tutorials on these different settings. You can click on one, and it has it's a nice tutorial there. It shows you how to navigate through your messaging. You can also see nice literature on how to work with File Explorer. You can see Project Spartan here too. It's a whole bunch of so if you're new to Windows 10, obviously Microsoft is going to expand on its getting started. I would prefer if they actually used video tutorials or demo videos to make it possible to see how you can do nice tips and tricks using the application. There's more of it here. And there actually was is supposed to be a video somewhere. I guess I don't see it. But the first time you do launch the application, there is a nice presentation video that shows you what the application does. So you can check that out if you want to run this build. Microsoft finally introduced the Office preview applications like Word Preview, PowerPoint, and Excel. Just check out what the Word Preview application is here. This is a nice intro presentation here to show you how to use this application. So there's me. It automatically logs me into my Office 365 account, and I have different documents here that I can easily just modify. And there's my account to confirm I'm logged in with that account right there. Now you can choose any document. It actually downloads your OneDrive documents, so you have access to all your documents from OneDrive. Same thing with PowerPoint and Excel. So you can see there's a nice. These are your editing functions down here. And on top you have your feedback. You can do full screen or make it bigger or smaller, or you can add users also. Actually add an attachment to it, or you can share this file with various users. And the other options, you have new open save. You can actually print, which is really huge. So if I do print, for instance, it's taking a while. Let's see if it loads up. So print as PDF. I can choose to print just the current page, size, and more settings here. So this is a full-fledged Word document. This is the first time I'm using it actually. To print, hang on, we're getting the document ready to print. So you see documents being created in the, actually turned it into a PDF format and put it in my documents folder. So once I go there, the device documents, and there is, let's go back, actually, where is the documents? Go back here. So it's supposed to be in the documents folder. I don't see it. I'm guessing that's the document, but for some reason, so obviously probably the print feature hasn't been enabled yet, but that is something to look forward to. So you have a full-fledged Microsoft Office application where you can edit files, you can actually print, you can convert to PDF. So these are really, really nice features coming to Windows 10 that you can try out for yourself. Let's try to print it again. So it says print PDF. Where's my printer? Let's see if I can find my print and print from here. So when I try to do a find my print, it keeps taking me to the browser. So obviously this feature probably hasn't been implemented yet in Windows 10. Hopefully we'll see it in upcoming builds. But yeah, that's something to look forward to. So that's a quick look at the Word preview. To do a quick run through of Excel, and see, it's really slow. This is the Excel document right here. It's probably gonna load. I have no Excel files, so same thing with PowerPoint. I have no PowerPoint documents in my OneDrive, so it's just easy. Quickly note, you can actually use this should work in landscape mode. It's not, but you should have that option. Okay, so that's a quick look at the Microsoft Office suite of apps, the preview universal apps on Windows 10. And let's move on. Something else I did notice is the MSN, the Bing applications like Bing Weather, or recently rebranded to MSN Weather, MSN Sports, or Money. The sports application actually got a huge update. It's more universal, as you see in a minute. So there it is. It's loading up. So as you can see, this is what the new MSN Sports application looks like. It's really nice. You can see it here. So you have your my favorites, more sports settings, the hamburger menu, the dreaded hamburger menus right there. And you can see your different teams all loaded up here. So you can choose whichever one. And just to note, just the MSN Sports application has been updated. The Money application is still your normal application from Windows 8.1, and also the news and web applications haven't been upgraded to universal apps. But the sports app, as you can see, a whole new UI here. You can change a whole bunch of settings. It's kind of buggy, sometimes unresponsive. But yeah, it is really nice to look at. I'm really loving this new universal application here. You can see fixtures, you can go to, you can just swipe to, has a pivotal navigation tool where you just swipe through. Just give it a minute to load. And there. For some reason the table one. Oh, there you go. So, and there's more to it. You can choose favorite teams, and you get all the latest news. So this is really huge. Really loving the whole reference design, the whole design of Windows 10. Coming full circle with universal apps. Something to look forward to. Right now, this is just on the MSN Sports application. So, for instance, if I go into Money, this is still the same app from Windows 8.1. As you can see, nothing's changed really. But yeah, so you might want to check out the Sports application. Before I move on to the next thing we're going to take a look at, I'm going to make this a dark theme. One thing I did notice with this latest build is the light theme is kind of wonky and there are a lot of kinks to it. So some applications don't fare well with the light theme. So I'm going to change that real quick. Make it dark. Choose a light color here. And something else Microsoft might want to reconsider is the unlimited number of background apps being open. As you can see here, most of the apps I have been working with are all running in the background. I would love to see Microsoft reintroduce a limit to how many apps you have in the background. This is one feature I really hated about Android phones, where especially with Lollipop, where you constantly had to swipe away apps running in the background, because eventually this will run down your battery and slow down your phone. So it would be nice if Microsoft could reduce the number of background apps to say 20, 15, a reasonable number around that range would do. So one other thing I did notice is so if you go into settings, as you can see here, that's a whole new settings UI, all grouped into different functions. Say we went into the date, for instance, you can set your date here, and you can see a whole new UI also. You can choose, it's no more your Metro style from Windows 8. This is this is Windows 10 right here in the flesh. So you can see how you can change the whole UI is changed and setting up your time also. This is the whole new system we're working with, so it's best we get with the program. So that's the new UI for changing your date and time. It's not the default we're used to in Windows Phone 8. Next up, we'll take a look at the alarms and clock application. You're familiar, this also did change from the last build. We got introduced to new alarms and wall clock applications. So as you can see, this also has a new UI for setting your time. You can delete this, or you can edit to delete an alarm. You can add a new one. And also here you can see the new UI that Microsoft is using with Windows 10. You can choose AM or PM. Make that closer. Choose what time you want this to come on. And choose your snooze time. You have between 10, 20, 30 an hour, 5 minutes, 10 minutes. Choose what days you want the alarm to work, and you have your save button down here. Next up, you have your wall clock. This is the buggy part. So I'm gonna put a wall clock. Oh, that did work. I tried this before. I was using the light theme and it was buggy. It wouldn't let me add a new location, but it is really advisable to use the dark theme because most applications will work when you're running the dark theme. So yeah, that's something I just noticed right now. What else? I'm really impressed is the timer application. You can start a new timer here. I'm gonna say, for instance, let me give it a few seconds, say 20 seconds, and save. So I can run it and it actually counts down. You can make it full screen, you can see, and make it low screen. And what's good about this application, it actually runs in the background. So if I go out of the application, say I'm trying to boil eggs, for instance, and to boil an egg is 8 minutes, you can use your timer, inbuilt timer, for 8 minutes, and there you go. So if you don't have to be in an application, you can just do whatever, watch TV, or do whatever with your phone, and once your timer is up, you get notified. So that's really nice. And you can dismiss that. That's a nice notification taking it away. So that's a nice look. You can actually, I wish there's an option to actually pin the timer actually counting down on your start screen, which I tried to do here, but it actually just pins the timer section of the alarm's clock, so it takes you directly to the timer. But it's a nice still overall it's a nice feature. So the timeout, stopwatch, same thing. This actually runs in the background also, so I can go out, and when I come back in to the alarm clock, it's still running. So that's really impressive from Microsoft, and kudos to them on that one. One of the biggest update everyone's been waiting for is the new store beta. Finally, we get to play with this latest build. It just got released. As you can see, it's predominantly a light theme. You can't change it to dark theme. So even though I have a dark theme on my phone, it doesn't work on the store beta. If it's going to be permanently, I still remember Windows Phone 8 actually has a dark theme store application and you can't change it, but this time around this store beta is actually a light theme. As you can see from the UI, it's really nice. There are a few issues with it. As you can see, some of these most of the text being underlined are links to the browser. That's how incomplete this slow application is. But overall, it is really nice to use. The UI is really nice. Finally, we're getting a up-to-date on the same level store, Windows Phone store as on Android or iOS. So if you go here, you have your different sections. You have apps, games, music, film and TV, and then you have your settings, downloads, and your username at the bottom here. So quickly, let's go. Music is still being in the works, so there's nothing there right now. Film and TV, however, is fully populated, so you can check out. You can actually purchase TV shows, TV programs, films. Um, One thing I really found interesting is you could actually see what you want to watch and actually watch a trailer. So the price down here is £9. You can watch a trailer of if you want to get it or not. So there. So this is right inside the Windows Phone store. You can watch the trailer for, say, you want to make up your mind if you want to rent this movie. And it's not just about renting the movie and watching on your phone. There is this option where you can actually mirrorcast uh, your purchased film or TV and project it to your TV external monitor. So, for instance, so you can use that, and it gives you the option, and it tries to do a media connect. It's looking for an external monitor, so you can actually project your movie just like how Google has with YouTube, where you can use a Chromecast to beam your what you're watching to your TV. So that is also coming to Windows 10, and it's a really nice feature. You can do you can actually watch in landscape. This worked the last time I did it, but for some reason it's kind of unresponsive right now. But yeah, it does work in landscape. Let's reduce the volume here. You can zoom in. I don't know why there's a zoom in button. You can zoom back out. But so that's that. So yeah, the films and TV section of the Windows 10 mobile store is fully operational. Next up, we're going to settings. That's where you can check for updates for your installed apps. What else? You have your purchase. That takes you to a link. Like I said before, if you go into apps and you see any text that's been underlined, it means that section of the app is kind of incomplete. And what it does is take you to a web browser to finish up your tasks there. Other things I did notice, for instance, you have this is the game section. You have your top 3 games, new and rising, best rated, top paid. So I clicked on one, for instance, so you can do a free trial. You have your screenshots. The problem here is you don't see the date when this game was last updated. I have looked around. I haven't seen. So you have information here. So you have what's new in this version, but there actually is no doesn't show you when the application was last updated by the publisher. So that is something kind of missing. It was published by US2 Studio Limited, but the last time it got updated, I think it was fairly recently, but that information not available on the app page for this game. So another issue that I did notice is there should be an option to actually launch your app from the store. For instance, if I go to Office Preview, so I already have this installed, so well, this is a glitch. It's still trying to tell me it's installed. I have it installed, but it should know it's installed, and there should be a launch or open app button, but it's not there. And obviously this is a work in progress, so no biggie. Microsoft will be working on that probably in the next build or whenever. Still a long way to go. Another wonderful feature you might want to check out is the new app, Maps app. The Maps app is really, I think this is one of the biggest updates. This is my best update on Windows 10 Mobile. Nice revamped UI. You actually do not, believe it or not, you do not need Here Maps or Here Drive anymore, because this one-stop shop for your maps navigation needs is over here in the native Maps app. It's probably the best right now. In the future, near future, I should be doing a comparison video between this map application and Google's map on Android, just to show you how really good this map application is. But give you a quick run through. You have your search, directions, favorites, explore in 3D, which is a new option, and you have your settings. Settings here, you can choose to actually enable download maps so you can use it offline. Other features in here, you have your explore in 3D. You can actually choose what countries. Not all countries have 3D maps, so you can go to the US, for instance. Scroll, 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 scroll. I'm just gonna choose, pick anyone. Let's go Vegas. So this is Las Vegas in 3D. As you can see, really fluid. I'm telling you, this is going to be huge when Windows 10 Mobile eventually it's polished, it's out. This is really nice. This is, and no doubt this is Nokia's the few talents Microsoft stole from Nokia's Maps team. You can see really, this is almost HD quality, but it's really beautiful just to look at the map, the 3D. Unfortunately, we have the 3D maps are limited to certain. I don't know exactly how many, but we should be able to get a number from Microsoft on how many cities have these 3D maps enabled. I can zoom out. This is the strip right here. See how it's written in 3D. We can zoom in back, so you can pretty much walk. You can see the strip, Las Vegas Strip, popular hotels there. You can just zoom out, and that's not even. It doesn't even just stop there, but you have your favorites, directions. You can go back to the map. You can choose different layers. Aerial, you can do traffic. There's actually inbuilt navigation with voice in here too, and there's a nice nifty. You can give your feedback right from the app. I'm not going to dwell on it a lot, but I will be doing a full in-depth video on the new map application on Windows 10 Mobile. So I just wanted to quickly give you a taste of what you're going to expect. This is one reason why I'm actually going to be running Windows 10 Mobile as my primary device for at least a couple of weeks, mainly because of the Maps app and the Music app. And finally, I'm going to take a look at the Outlook, the whole new Universal Outlook application, as you can see there. I've got it already by default, my Microsoft account. And as you can see, this is the new Outlook. You can see your calendar too. That hasn't been set up also. Just click get started. Use my live account to set that up. You can see your different calendar entries here. You can actually choose to see day view, or you can see a whole day's view down here. And you can swipe down to see a full month. So that's the full month view. You can pick a day, and you can actually add, and this is the UI for adding a new event to the calendar. And so yeah, it's really integrated with your Outlook Mail, so you can switch back to your mail application, and there is your mail. You can add a new mail. This is what the UI looks like. You also have the option of using you have full format. You can do full Microsoft Office editing, full Microsoft Office editing functions. So you can add tables, pictures, and all the likes, links and everything. You can do format. Let's light this up, and you can see all your format settings there. So yeah, just like was demoed during the build presentation. So that's your full Outlook. You can check that out. Also, it's not as polished as the Android or iOS version, but it's getting there, and Microsoft's really doing a good job because actually this has more features than your Android or iOS version. So and they're taking the time. Be patient. It's going to be really nice when the final product is released. So, like I said, the second reason why I'm really considering running Windows 10 Mobile as my primary device is how well improved the music application is. This is the new music preview here. It's a universal app, so it's kind of similar to what's running on Windows 10 preview if you're running that on your PC, laptop, or tablet. As you can see, you can go into songs. I'm just going to turn down the volume real quick. The first feature I really loved about it was you do this here. I can actually swipe. So you can actually swipe up. This is really nice. Like you can actually swipe up to see your playlist that's running behind, and the song that's playing just stays there at the top. So whoever came up with this is really smart. Like this is a really nice. I don't think any native music app, whether on Android, from Samsung's TouchWiz, from HTC's Blink or Sense, whatever, Sense 7, this is really brilliant right here. Like how you can easily just swipe it down and you can take it back up. Nice options. You have your music player tab at the bottom down here, and just a whole bunch of different features. So again, I will be doing a full video on the music preview app. There's a lot of thumbs up from what I've seen so far, and this is really nice. So you have your albums, you can check out artists, songs, and while you're playing a song, for instance, you can actually hold down a song you want and add it to your current playing list to your now playing. So the song plays, you can queue it up to play next, which is something I really missed from my Symbian days. So it's really nice seeing Microsoft implement a lot of Symbian features that will definitely make Windows 10 a really wonderful, unique mobile operating system. Next up is the video preview app. That's also been revamped. It's now a universal app. As you can see, you have film, video. I don't really buy media, so I don't have much to show you here. But if you do, then most of your shows come up here. You can actually search. You can search, for instance, say Game of Thrones. I think it's searching in my local, but you should be able to shop, and that takes you to the Windows 10 mobile store. I'm guessing, yeah, that's what it does. So there you can. So when you purchase film or TV from the store, it gets downloaded to your video app, and yeah. So, but the UI again is really nice. Um, I think we're beginning to come to terms with the hamburger menu at the top left right there. And it would be nice if they moved it to the bottom left, at least where it's reachable, but whatever works, that's fine. So let's see what else we got. Drive TV. Yeah, I haven't bought anything really. So yeah, that's a quick look at the video application. Now let's talk about Cortana. Cortana's been actually, for some weird reason, renamed Search. There is no longer a Cortana tile. It's actually called Search here, and I did pin that to my start screen. Again, the name says Search, so I'm not really sure what's going on there. Let's pop that open. And this is the new, somewhat new Cortana interface. It's in all white, it's not black anymore. And you have your hamburger menu, which is pretty consistent with everything in, or it's pretty consistent with universal apps now. So there you have your different settings if you're familiar. You can tag music, you can do your quiet hours, your places, reminders, notebook. your home. It's in this really weird, funky font. Looks Russian. Don't know what that is. Um, but yeah, also the search name. It's probably part of the bug. The search name is in this weird. I don't know what language that is. It does say search, but it looks really wonky. But yeah, that is Cortana works as I haven't tested. I don't think the Hey Cortana feature. I don't know if that would work with this Windows 10 build. I haven't tested it yet. But apart from that, everything works how it should. The UI is slightly different. Um, all your interests displayed on the screen right there. You can choose to customize right there on your screen. You can pick a news item and say you're not interested, so it doesn't come up anymore on your Cortana home screen. So you can choose not interested, or you can go with customize. And when you click on customize, you can choose, you can delete or manage what you want to see from your notebook. You can actually have access to that from your notebook right here. And yeah, that's a quick look at Cortana, or the search app on Windows 10 mobile on this build. Next up, we'll take a look at the new browser, which is the Project Spartan. Hasn't been rebranded to Microsoft Edge, which is actually the official name. But for now, this is a beta, so it's still going with the unofficial Project Spartan name. You can see the browser right here. You have your reload page, your reading icon. You can change whatever you're reading to, and click on something right here, and you can choose to make it readable in reading format. It takes away, so when that button becomes enabled, you can click on it, and there you have it takes away all the HTML formatting, just gives you plain text, makes it easier for you to read. So usually you want to wait for the page to be fully loaded, and right now it's grayed out, so you don't have that option yet. Don't know if you can. So right now it's tick, so you can click on it, and there you can zoom in, read all your text. You can actually select text. You can hold down your selected text, and you can search, or you can do select all, or you can choose a word. You should be able to hold down on it. There should be a search with Cortana or something, but I guess that feature isn't available with this build right here. Then you have your different options. With the Project Spartan, you have your add to favorites, add to reading list, find on page, settings and feedback. Then you have your tabs, your hub, and your share. You can share a page also. So I'm just going to go to tabs, so you can see you can add another tab here, and go back to tabs, so you can add different tabs to Project Spartan. So this eventually would replace Internet Explorer as the default all-powerful browser that's coming on Windows 10 mobile. Last up, something I'm really excited about is the latest OneNote preview universal app. It's really awesome. I just installed it, and it came with one feature I have requested, which is the ability to view your sections that have been password protected. Prior to this build with Windows 8.1, you could not view sections of your OneNote that you had a password lock on. It simply wasn't supported actually till now. Only the iOS version of OneNote has the ability to use password protect, where you can view your password protected notes on your mobile phone. Right now with Windows, you can only do that on your desktop version, but yeah, a big thumbs up to finally making this possible on well, let me not go too fast. Actually, it's really buggy. You cannot put your password, but as you can see, it does say sorry, you have incorrect password. The problem here is When you try to type your password, the keyboard doesn't come up and there's no cursor. So, but overall, at least there is potential that this will be fixed. This is an app related bug, so this could be fixed next week by a simple update. But I'm really happy to see the support for password protected sections in OneNote. Apart from that, other UI changes, as you can see, you have your nice universal app with your hamburger menu at the top left, and there is the option to actually print. So again, we see the print option, and it gives us the option to print as a PDF, or you can do where's my printer, and like we saw earlier, you still cannot set up a printer with your phone. Probably a feature that we will see coming, but for now it is not available. But it's nice to see that option will definitely be part of the functions you can run on your OneNote. Also, oh, I think it came up, I'm not sure. But there you have your full formatting. Also, you have your formatting options at the bottom tray here, and there's this nice plus sign. I think you can use that to add a new note. This kind of reminds me of Android's lollipop material design, but I'm not gonna go too far with that. But yeah, you can add a new note, give it a wonky name, say okay. I don't know if you added that note or not, but yeah, there is. So you can go here, you can click on add, you can type whatever. You have your full formatting options here. You can choose bulleted notes, bold. So you have most of the formatting you have with. You can actually import pictures from camera photos and the rest of it, and attachments. You can attach a file, put a link in also. So yeah, I'm not liking this plus sign here because it's too familiar with. If you're familiar with, actually, I can quickly show you what I mean here. So I have an Android device here. If I go to Gmail, for instance, you can see, yeah. So that is what I was talking about right there. So you have that circle. It's too similar to Android's lollipop. That's all. Um, it's not a problem, but it just makes me feel like Microsoft is kind of copying Google there. But yeah, apart from that, like I said before, password protected section is now supported uh, on the new OneNote Universal app. So yay. And yeah, that's it. Another feature I did notice in the calculator app. Um, there's actually now an option to see your past calculations. For instance, if I do 200 times 9 equals this, or I do 520, 200 plus 3692 equals that. You can actually, there's now an icon here that actually shows you your recent calculations. So there is. So all your calculations, I don't know how many actually saves, but that is a really impressive, brilliant feature that was added to the calculator app. So with the rest, you can actually choose what kind of calculator you want to use. There's the scientific, you have your programmer calculator here. Then you have a whole bunch of converters from pressure to length, weight. So you can just choose convert from inches, for instance. You can say 88, and that turns to 215 centimeters. So there's a whole bunch of stuff, but this was available in the last build, but the recent addition was the last calculations button right here, which is really a relevant feature to have in this calculator, because most times you want to go back to calculations you've done before. For instance, you might want to add these values together, so you can see all of them here. I think it saves the last 5. Let's quickly see how many, then it overwrites the oldest one. I'm not sure, but let's do calculations here. Do a bunch there. Let's see how many we got. Oh, so it's looks like it's unlimited then. So that's a whole bunch of them right there. You can clear all by clicking on the delete button right down here. So yeah, that's a really, I mean, Windows 10 Mobile is really coming together. It's not polished yet, but you can see the potential where this is going. So a lot of the native apps are really, really good, better than some third-party apps on Android or iOS. So that's really impressive. There have been rumors of the tap to pay coming to Windows 10 Mobile, and now there is proof of that right here. So with the wallet application, you can actually do, you can, once you register one of your credit cards in the wallet, set up a PIN. There's actually the option to use tap to pay, which I'll show you right now. That should be under devices and NFC. And as you can see, there is an option to do tap to pay. I have that turned on, and there you can choose your default payment card. I haven't set up any cards, but if I did, I have a bunch of them in here. And that is proof that tap to pay is actually coming to Windows 10 Mobile. Microsoft already did announce it, and we're seeing it come to life here in this latest build. So next up, we have the default camera app. And before I go into the camera app, I did notice, because after I updated to this latest Windows 10 build, notice a bunch of my settings were on my app list, like audio, call plus SMS filters right there, display. So if you do notice this, I guess that's a bug, something that could be fixed. Yeah, we'll leave it to that's one of the implications when you're running a technical preview build on your phone. But yeah, let's take a look at the File Explorer. It's the same as the last build. Nothing's really changed. You can, go into your phone's different folders, create new folders, select multiple folders, just like in Windows 10. You can, choose different ways. You can go into your ringtone folder, for instance, and create a new folder, and you can call it new folder, and it goes in there. So just created a new folder, just like on your PC. You can search for files, and you can search in whatever folder you're in. You can specify what folder you want to search in, or you can go up one and you can search in your whole directory. So yeah, the File Explorer app is still up and running. It's one of the more stable applications on this build, so you might want to check that out also. And since USB on the go will be introduced to Windows 10, you have the option to plug in an actual USB drive to your phone and actually transfer files from your USB drive onto your phone or vice versa. So next up, look at the native or default camera app, which is actually now Lumia camera. It's now your default application. Recently, Microsoft released a beta to Lumia camera, asking for feedback. Nothing's really new here. The icons, the controls look bigger. That's probably because this hasn't been optimized for the Lumia 930. If I do take a picture, I would love to see the option to just easily swipe in and see the last taken picture, but instead you have this small icon as is on the current Lumia camera app. It would be nice to just swipe in to see your recently taken picture, especially now where when you take a picture with the latest Lumia camera 5.0, it takes a picture in like milliseconds. So it would be nice to quickly just swipe in to look at that picture. But right now you have this little icon on the top left. There is a feedback session in user voice where you can actually vote up to have that swipe to view your camera gallery easily accessible by swiping in. But other than that, everything's the same, except like I said before, it hasn't been optimized for this display yet, so all the icons are hella huge, and yeah, nothing to see here. Pretty much options, settings are the same. As you can see, you have a couple of lens applications. You can do the office lens application. You can swipe. You can swipe to see your different settings. You have your video, picture, and info about the application. And this is 5.5. The messaging app, there is no, still is no Skype integration yet. So you still have your, it says it's in beta. I'm guessing, I don't know why Skype hasn't been integrated yet. I mean, the last time I saw this application, it was in alpha stage. This is beta, so it should be coming close to completion, but there is no option to chat or use Skype. I don't know if that's the last thing Microsoft is working on, but as you can see, I would also love to see a custom background, make it less boring when you're sending SMS. But this text, for instance, is read-only. You can go back into a new. You can choose your contact, and down here you can type your message. You can actually do voice to speech. So what I'm talking about is going to work, and we're just testing it out. So that is, yeah, right there. So you can just click it back to stop, and that's a quick way to send a text message with voice to speech. Is really accurate. So, and you have your option to add attachments. You can choose from, you have your photo, video, your location. You can share contact to SMS, voice notes, or ringtone. Still waiting on that Skype integration anytime, Microsoft. So anytime now. But yeah, that is a quick look at the messaging app. Now on to your people app. You can see all your contacts here. Then there's the what's new, probably what's new with people in your contacts that hasn't been integrated fully yet. So this is always going to be blank in this preview build. And you can actually set up groups. So you can do a group and you can choose name to the group. You can say, for instance, family, save it. I don't see that I added it, but I don't see it. Probably that's a glitch, but yeah, that's what it is. You can see your different. There's a nice animation when you want to search for contacts. There's a nice option here. I think you can search the web also. So if you're searching for contacts, say for instance, searching for Chase. Don't know what's going on. It's probably buggy. Have a chance to look at the keyboard. The keyboard's changed a bit actually. The cursor at the bottom here, as you can see, it's has nice. The carrots have changed in shape, so you can use it, move that around. But yeah, that's a quick look at the contacts app. And next up, the dialer is the same as the previous build. Have your dial pad here. It's more in tune with your display, and it's like a drawer where you can slide it down, and it should actually show you your history, your recent calls, missed calls, outgoing calls, incoming calls, and you can actually swipe this back up. And for the first time, finally in over 3 years, we get to see smart dialing, so we can actually do this, and it can search and give you contacts. So if I do, yeah, and you can actually draw this down. If there are more, you can actually see the more results by just drawing down your dialer and picking whichever one. Or if you just wanted to dial a number, you can type in your number real quick and just click on save. And so this whole UI is really nice, and it's a good thing to see the latest nice UI in the dial pad. So you can look forward to that too. So that has been a quick quick, I hope it was really quick look at the Windows 10 Mobile Technical Build 180. It just got released yesterday. I tried to brush through some of the features and apps, but I will be doing more in-depth looks at some of these applications, some of these features that were released by Microsoft in this build. It's really exciting. It is buggy. And like I said before, I don't intend to use this as my primary device, but I will for a couple of weeks just so I can, you know, do my share and leave feedback. You should do the same. Most likely it is a Friday, so I'll probably use this the whole weekend. Um, but I will have a more stable phone just in case this breaks down on me. But yeah, it is nice to test this out. It's kudos to Microsoft for giving us the opportunity to test it out and give our feedback. So I'll be doing a lot of that this weekend. And if you have a secondary device that you can use also, I suggest you do the same. Again, this is Easy from One Tech Stop. Thanks for watching.